Hi guys, Tim Gordon, the Real Estate Bodyguard here again today. And today I thought I'd do part 2 on frequently asked buyer questions. And today I'll be covering 3 other main buyer questions. And I'll start off with one that I often hear by smart buyers, and that is, are the owners willing to negotiate? And there's a lot of answers for this that I've heard over the years. Now I've heard some agents say yes, upwards, which I tend to think, if not delivered right, can come across a bit of a smart aleck and very arrogant. I think the best answer for that is, especially if a buyer hasn't come through and inspected the property, is have a look at the property, tell me what you think, and then we'll discuss price. But until you've looked through the property, there's not a whole lot of point discussing price at this time. You may not like it, so let's have a look at the property, give me your thoughts, and then we can talk about price. Or you'll get the buyers who have come through and their question is, first up, are they willing to negotiate? And again, the thing, a simple response without trying to be rude or arrogant or come across as a know-it-all is, well, what did you think of the property? How do you think it compares to others on the market? And what's your thoughts on price? And they still keep pushing you. I think the best thing to say is, look, the owners are looking to sell, they're a motivated vendor, and they are willing to consider all reasonable offers, something along those lines. I mean, that might not be the best line at this stage, but you got to play it by ear and see what type of buyers they are. And after having a bit of a conversation, you'll get to know. Or another great one is well, before we talk about price, can you let me know what you're looking for? So if this home doesn't suit, then we can have a look at what may do it. Now, a lot of people think that's an agent trying to sell another property off yours. Not so. What you're looking to do is break the ice with the buyer, get them talking, get an idea of what they're looking for, if they're serious or not. Because the buyer says, oh, we're looking maybe for a townhouse or a house. Oh, we could go a duplex. You know that they've got no idea. They're not in the market seriously. They're just fishing, and there's no point discussing any sort of serious talk on price with it. Another way to do it is, and they said, look, the owners haven't given me any indication as to what they will take yet. All I can do at this stage is take serious offers, and then I can go back to the owners and speak to them from there. And if that's the honest truth, and you come across selling it honestly because it is the truth, then you shouldn't go too far wrong. However, there are some buyers who are just, difficult to deal with, and it doesn't matter what you say, they're not going to like it, and so be it. But the thing to remember here is, a lot of buyers who ask about, oh, can I have a contract? Are they willing to negotiate on price? Do you think they'd take this offer? And, the offer's a ridiculously lowball offer. It doesn't mean they're serious. Lots of times they're just fishing, getting an idea of how this agent works, how the real estate market works, because it might have been a few years since they've bought, and they're just trying to suss out how the game's played. And a lot of agents and owners, when they hear stuff like this, get really excited and then, scratch their heads and wonder why that buyer's run off and bought another property. So something to bear in mind, just because someone's asked about price or, a contract's been sent out or handed over, it doesn't mean anything. Usually you find the buyers, if it at all makes sense, which I still haven't worked out, which are the serious ones, are the ones that start to knock the property. And, they do this because they want to see if they can get a bit of a discount. They love the home so much, but they try not to pay as much as, they try not to pay top dollar. They try to pay as little as possible. So they say, oh, it's got this wrong, the paint's a bit peeling, the driveway could do with a hose, the lawn's a bit long, just silly things like that. And generally you find these are the people that are serious, but they're just trying to employ a bit of reverse psychology, whether consciously or subconsciously, just to try and protect themselves and their bottom line, which is exactly what you as a seller are trying to do as well. Another question would be, is there any defects with the home? And what the buyer's looking for there is they're looking to think, oh yeah, there's termites in the house, or so not termites, or they've had some issues, some structural issues which have been fixed. They're just looking for something so they can jam the agent and the owner into getting a lower price because they love everything about the property. Or another reason they ask it is because they love the property and they just want to make sure there's nothing wrong with it before they go ahead and offer a price. Now, as an agent, you are bound to, let people know if there's any major defects that the agents are aware about, and you are bound, and it's a bit of a grey area, to let the agent know as well, so he can pass or she can pass on that information to buyers. We all remember what happened with the Seth Gonzalez house, where the agent sold it to the buyers after telling them that no one had died in the property. The buyers find out that unfortunately this horrible, horrific murders have taken place there. They go to court, they get the money back. A good way to resolve this, or stop this from happening, is get a building and pest inspection done before. Now, we're not like Canberra yet, where if an owner does one before the sale, the buyer pays for that at the end of the contract process, but we are going that way, and that's the way we will go eventually. But it's just a peace of mind thing at the moment. You might have some evidence of termite damage there, from 10, 20 years ago, but it's still there. Or you could have issues that you don't know, something to do with drainage, because there's three things that a buyer never wants to hear: structural problems, water damage, and anything to do with termites. Those are the three big things that buyers want to look out for. So get one done up front, cost you a couple $100, really good peace of mind. And not only that, if you get a dodgy building inspector who's just, ridiculously overcautious, or, tries so hard to cover their own butt that they end up screwing the deal because, they've magnified a molehill into a mountain, you can always go back, or your agent can go back to the buyers and say, look, here's a pest and building report that the owners have had done, and it shows a different opinion. It shows in a better light. You're not trying to do that just to come from a place of trying to get the deal over the line and saying or doing whatever you can. But if it's an honest, fair assessment and appraisal of the property, it often helps. And like I said, it stops any surprises, and you can fix any problems before your home hits the market, so you got no nasty surprises. And just when a deal's about to, cross the line, the pest and building comes back with some sort of shocking report, and the buyers run off screaming, never to be heard of again. Well, that's part 2 of this video. There will be a third part. As always, if I can be of any help, or you've got any tips, questions, feedback, or comments, please contact me on my Facebook page, facebook.com/therealestateBodyguard, or please give me a call. I'm always willing to help out and give back wherever possible. 0439 582 770. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.